Hi everyone, welcome back to this week weekly market update. Apologies, I missed the last week weekly update due to personal reasons. But anyway, let's take a look what's going on in the market right now. It's good that we review at the 2 weeks basis as well. So let's recap on last week or the week before. I think there are some good profit on the AMD, 10% profit in 1 week, which I mentioned if you have been following me closely. Hopefully you does enter into AMD the short side, and then you make this 10% profit. And where is AMD by now? All right, we will review on AMD later. So beside that, I also mentioned two secret counter 1 and counter 2. I'm not going to mention because it's only by 2 weeks, but seems like counter 2 is performing based on candlestick. The reversal is coming in strongly. I will still update on the chart, let you guys to guess which counter is it, and I will review it once it hit my take profit later on. Okay, or either way, if you hit my stop loss, I will also show. All right, so let's go on to what is happening to the market right now. From the last Friday, we can see that Dow closed higher by more than 400 points. As we know that last Friday is due to the non-farm payrolls earnings report. Both came in coincidentally. All right, so uh, what do I mean by coincidentally is that Apple surprisingly, all right, shot up, even though I think their iPhone selling is not that good. You see, Apple advanced nearly 6% and announced 110 billion shares purchase, and the top and bottom line beat. All right, that is surprised the market itself, and that causes the market to go up. Not only on that, because the non-farm payroll that came in on last Friday report came in on 175,000, which is way below the market expectations of 240,000. All right. So, I mean, right now, bad news is good news is bad news. We know. So, what it means is that because of this, right, it give Fed a reason to do a rate cut. All right. Because it really is the investor fear that the economy may be overheating or re-accelerating. So, with this data coming in way below the expectation, saying that the market is not good, the economy is not good, it's time to cut rate to save the economy. So Fed can finally uh finally say that they are not being focused by the whole media saying that the economy is so hot right now and you still want to cut the rate, which is crazy, right? So with this weaker than the expectation, it gave market the boost, showing that rate cut is coming, and that is why all the index fly, and I think the treasuries actually dropped on last Friday itself. But to be frank, to what I see, I think things is not being that simple. Yes, it give a Fed a reason to cut, but if let's say this continue, it's also showing that the economy right now is uh, not doing well. That's why we need a rate cut to save it. So I suspect that if rate cut really come into game, which a lot of people is looking at the rate cut coming in the September period. All right, a lot of bank, a lot of analysts is actually betting on their bets that the rate cut its likelihood to be in September. All right, as you can see, the Fed funds futures trading data suggests a nearly 50% likelihood of 25 basis point cut in September. All right, so actually, I think things is in line. If let's say rate cut in September, it will not boost the market to be another high. It may the otherwise cause the market to drop. All right, likely reason is because the market already priced in the rate hike. I mean the rate cut, and once the market drop, so who will step in to save it? Will be the presidential elections in the November times. So I think everything priced correctly in the time frame. We shall see and we shall watch out where does it work on the how does the market react when the rate cut really come into play. All right, so next week take note. Rate drop. I think the movement benefit rate sensitive mega cap stocks like Nvidia, AMD, they actually shot up of 3%. But actually Nvidia, the real movement will come in, I think it's the following week earnings report. So everyone is looking at Nvidia right now on the sector big cap leader performance. If let's say they are doing well, I think it will come somehow, the milk overspill to the other related company like AMD, like uh, Microns, this kind of all the related chip company will actually be pulled up again. But if let's say Nvidia didn't perform well, otherwise, right? Okay, so that is all about the news itself. Let's go to the next week earnings. Next week earnings continue after the mega caps earnings completed. So next week, a lot of people is looking at Palantir. All right. To me, I'm looking at Walt Disney because I'm still holding the shares with it. There's other company like Airbnb. If let's say you are holding on it to look at the tourism's sector, so this is what you should look into. Some people is looking at BP, as we know that oil recently retreat below $80. So we'll look into the oil price later as well. Okay, so this is ARM. I think ARM is also announcing their earnings report. All right, since you are at ARMS, so just talk about ARMS. ARMS is also a chip sector. We know that it recently launched IPO and it shoot to the highest of 157. So the earnings for the three is the third earnings, as you can see. From here, we can see that Wells Fargo actually overweight ARMS holding. To me, I personally take a bet. I will feel it's actually the uptrend for ARMS on the earnings report. I think their earnings will come in strongly. But anyway, $80 is actually the cut-off price. So if let's say I really want, I will take a small bet. It's up to you whether you want to add into your investment pot. If yes, you can give it a try. So today is 4th of May. Small bet on positive earnings. Alright, 80 support level. Okay, so that is my view for ARMS. Where am I looking? Of course, it's the $100. Right now it's a 100k, 50% Fibo. I'm eyeing 120, but I think if let's say the data come in very hot, definitely it will surpass easily. Alright. Okay, so that's my view. Since I'm on this page, otherwise I will always start with the indices. Okay, let's review on how the indices is performing. So this is what I wrote on 14 April, my last video update. I mentioned that the support around 37,005 or 37,000. Correct or not? So 14 April is somewhere here. All right, and then we are 2 weeks away. We can see that the price did not fall below 37.5 and is well supported. As you can see, the price did not fall below, right, this red color line. I wrote this previously. You can go and watch my previous video on 14 April, whichever. I wrote this previously. All right, I don't wrote after things happen. All right, so it didn't perform, and that is why this downside is not valid. Okay, it's not valid. So where are we right now? We can see that the price has been hovering. Okay, the price has been hovering, has been resisted by this 38,400, which is a very significant level to break. And because of last week, non-farm payroll came in, the index kept up, but resisted by the 50-day moving average. All right, resisted by the 50-day moving average. So what I'm looking into is that for the coming week, let's zoom in a bigger. For the coming week, we may see the gap to be covered back and go up. Right, so this is what I'm looking at. So we will see if let's say there's a good resistance, it may actually drop from here. Okay, but when it drops from here, 38,400 will be the resistance support. So what am I looking at is that 4th May. $50 days moving average drop to 38,400 resistance turn support. Alright, so break below 38.4 may continue to drift lower. Alright, break below and close below 38.4 may drift lower. Okay, so this is what I mean. We will be watching here carefully. Once it come down, pull back, If it continue to break below, and that is where we are looking at once again. So it may be ding dong, here will be the fake one. Alright, so but ultimately retracement may come in. Retracement may come in next week. So monitor closely if you are trading on Dow Jones Index itself. Alright, so that's my view for Dow Jones. Okay, let me just reset the whole thing. This is what I wrote previously. Wrote many things. Okay, wrote many things. Just shift out everything. Sometimes I wrote is because I don't want to delete, so I can keep a reminder for myself. What do I analyze? Okay, so that's it for my. Bear with me, guys. All right. So that is my view for Dow Jones Index. Okay, let's take a look at next thing, US oil. So for US oil, we can see this is what I my view previously. Okay, so 6th of April, next resistance 92 followed by 100 with the tensions between the war. And then the 21st April came in, oil price pullback and to previous resistance around 80 to 81. So 21st April is somewhere here. Okay, it's somewhere here. So I for support before the market continue its uptrend, resistance level 92. So you may see the support 80, 81, is it well supported? Okay, so this is 21st April, which is somewhere here. All right, this is what 80, 81. Okay, so the price supported a while and then it break below. Correct? Right now it's drift lower, RSI is dipping down. So where is oil? All right, but don't I mean because of the drop, don't think that oil may continue to go lower. All right, this pullback may give you an opportunity to long. So where are we looking at right now? We are looking at this price, which is around 74, 75, with 200 days moving average in line. All right, in game. So what I'm trying to say is that my view, 4th May 2024, oil may be supported at 200 days moving average around 75, 74, 75. Okay, so that is what I'm looking at. Whether is it well supported around there before we make a decision on the upside. Okay, so I just simply move from here to here. Okay, so don't be discouraged. I think the war is still continue unless the war settled down or the OPEC came in. If not, based on the fundamental wise, it may continue to drift higher, especially on the China side. We can see that they are improving on the economy on the stock index. Am I right to say? So consumption may keep in neatly as well. So we shall see for oil. Next is actually we are looking at HSI. So for Hang Seng Index, congratulations if you're following me. I always believe Hang Seng is the upside, correct or not? And that is why 4th, 9th, 16th, 23rd March. So it's been a while since I last update. So where is Hong Kong right now? After breaking above 70,000, after breaking above 18,000, after breaking above 18,500, I think that is a very important and crucial point. Which is somewhere here. Okay, so this 18,500. So let's just delete the whole thing. I'm not going to continue the old grandmother story. All right, so where are we looking for Hang Seng Index at this point of time? All right, so this candle is kind of like very dangerous. If let's say it drop by next week, it's not showing a good sign on candlestick patterns. But however, on the long-term pictures, if things going to review, I mean, going to go the other way around, reversal right from here. Where are we? Where can we see? We can actually use Fibonacci retracement from here to here. Okay, so we can see that the price firstly is being resisted by 18,500. That's why I say it's very crucial. Correct? I say 18,500 is very crucial. Only after breaking above it, which is the 23.6%, then we may see slowly recover back to the whole figure of 20,000. I don't want to go into the 38.2% first. I'll just go to the 20,000, the whole figure. Okay, so that is the price that we are looking at if only it break above. Okay, so today update 4th May 2024. price is resisted at the important level 18,523.6% Fibo. Okay, so only after it break and close above, we shall aim 20k the next resistance level. So this is what I'm looking at. Okay, only if. So delete all the old grandmother story, and we just focus on where we are looking right now. Okay, so that is my view for Hang Seng Index. Next, we shall move into JD. Let's see how JD performs. So all along, I've been saying that JD is good for dollar cost averaging. We can start, buying, start nimble a bit along the way, and then I understand that even for my investment doesn't look so great. Correct? It dropped to negative 30%, but I'm not scared at all. I believe in long term. For this counter, did my study, did my fundamental, did whatever. I feel that it's worth buying on investing into JD this business instead. And right now, as you can see, if let's say my dilute cost is 34, the last price that closed is around 32.8, I am less than single digit of losses at this point of time. Okay, so based on the candlestick, we can see that it's bullish ultimately. The candle is many gap up. Yes, there may be pullback along the way, but if this continue to remain strong enough, the earnings report is coming on the 15th. I think highly possible I'm going to see green in my portfolio soon. Okay, so where is JD is going to be? Where is the target going to be? I'm going to put a more conservative target. Firstly, hit the $40 round figure mark first. Okay, before we go to the $50, which is used to be I wrote. So sorry, let me just put in here. Okay, for this line, I'll just go back to 50. Okay, so that is what I'm looking at. So oh, I just realized I did the update for so long. So just to recap, when you do investment, please do not ignore your portfolio, all right, or the counter. Just let it be. Understand where does it flow, how's the fundamental, what is the outlook for the company itself. If things really go haywire, not in the line of what you expect, just cut it, all right. But it's still in line with what I am looking at. It break below the support level, go be above the support level, which be between $27 to $30 is a very good news for me. So eyeing on 40, follow by 50. All right, so that is my view for JD so far. Okay, so that's it for this week within market update. Just a few recap. Of course, bringing new counter is not that easy. Yes, that is, but I'm still having these two counter right now under the secret compartment, secret counter 1 and secret counter 2. I'm not going to review, but if let's say you are part of my course or part of the private group, you should be understand. I mean, you should have the rights to know it as well. Okay, so if let's say you want to know more on how I do dollar cost averaging, how I find a fundamental good stocks, how I do technical analysis, feel free to join my course if you want to. Just click here. I've created the course since November last year. There's beginner, there's advanced, there's a combination course. All right, join me. Definitely, you will learn more than what you can from out there. It's all my decades of hard work inside the course itself. Okay, so that's all for this week. I will see you guys next week. Goodbye.